Hey there, my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my January TBR. So first off, happy 2022 everybody. I am super excited to have started this new year and super excited to delve into a whole bunch of new books and new authors and maybe continue and wrap up some series that I'm in the middle of. Some of these books are carries over from December. So I did have a good December reading month, but it just, I didn't get to everything that I had planned to. But before we go ahead and get on into the TBR, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as the little bell icon so you can be notified every time I post new bookish content. I post new videos every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, and sometimes other days throughout the week. Also, don't forget to check down in the description box below for links to all of my social media, my Buddy Read Discord, and my Patreon, where you can be entered into winning book giveaways. The first book is a book that I started in December and still need to finish, and that is Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. I only have 200 pages left, but I did want to include it in my TBR because I didn't finish in December. But this is J. Kristoff's newest release, and it is a vampire story, adult vampire story, and it follows a main character named Gabriel, who is a silver saint, and silver saints go around hunting vampires. Ironically, silver saints are actually half vampire, half human, and Gabriel is recounting his story. He's currently in a vampire prison. We don't know how he got there. We don't know anything about him. And he is slowly recounting his life story to this like historian vampire. I've quite enjoyed it. It's a really cool world, very dark, very bloody, very bleak, with really cool magical elements with how the Silver Saints fight the vampires. So I'll be looking to finish this very soon and have a review up for you guys. The next book is another carryover, and that is Dragon Keeper by Robin Hobb. This is book 1 in the Rainwild Chronicles. I have already started this. I am listening to this on audiobook, but I have slowly been getting through Robin Hobb's books, her Realm of the Elderlings, and read a whole bunch of them, 6 books in 2021. But in this book, we're following 2 new characters, 2 women, and it follows their journey as they are helping the currently existing dragons migrate to their new home. Because if you've read these books, you kind of know the life cycle of the dragon and how dragons have had trouble repopulating, and these 2 women take it upon themselves to help the dragons. That's all I know about it. I've heard that this is not Robin Hobb's strongest series, but I'm still looking forward to the expansion of the world and understanding more about the dragons. And I've also heard that the books in this series do get better as they go on, and that Dragon Keeper is probably the weakest. So I think even if I don't enjoy it that much, I'm still going to continue with the series. The next book is another carryover, and that is Plague of Giants by Kevin Hearn. This is book 1 in his 7 Kenning series, and this was so nicely sent to me by my patron and subscriber Stephanie, and every single month, one of my patrons gets to choose a book for me to read and review on my channel, and for December, she chose Plague of Giants, and I'm very excited to get to this just because I've never read anything by Kevin Hearn before, and it came highly recommended from her. So I have already started this. I'm about on page 50, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, the world is really unique. It gives me like Aquaman vibes, and the writing is super, super easy to get through. I was kind of intimidated by the length of it, but then I started reading it, and I'm like, wow, Kevin Hearn's writing is like so accessible and easy to read. I think I'll be able to get through this fairly quickly. But the blurb on the back of this book does not really explain what the book is about, so I'm still kind of like learning my way around the world, the characters, what's going on. But so far we've been introduced to a bard who tells stories, we've been introduced to a woman who saved her homeland from an invasion of giants, and we've been introduced to a man who lost his wife during that invasion and is now working as like a scribe slash historian for the ruler of this country. And I'm just looking forward to seeing how all of these different characters' plot lines come together. But it just follows a world or country that is being invaded by giants, and that's all I got so far. So looking forward to finishing this, and thank you, Stephanie, for choosing it. The next book is our buddy read pick for the month of January, and that is The Pariah by Anthony Ryan. This is an adult fantasy and the first book in his new series, but in The Pariah, we follow a character named Alwyn, and Alwyn was raised to be an outlaw and just someone absolutely horrible, and one day he is betrayed by someone close to him, and he ends up, as his punishment, being conscripted into the king's army, and while he is in the king's army, he is put in the service of this noblewoman who has these strange visions of this apocalypse, and the only way that Alwyn can take vengeance on the person who betrayed him is to assist this noblewoman. So I'm super excited to get into this book because I've enjoyed everything I've read by Anthony Ryan, and I have not heard anything about this book. I have been ignoring all feedback on this book. I want to go to it blind. I want to go in forming my own opinions. But if you are interested in reading the Theariah with us, check the description box below for links to my Buddy Read Discord, and you can join along with us. So I have a ton of young adult series that I have one book left that I need to finish. So I'd really like to wrap up some of those series early on in 2022. And one of those is the Ember and the Ashes series by Sabaa Tahir. I still need to read book 4, which is Sky Beyond the Storm. So I do want to listen to this on audiobook. I have tag teamed the audio with physically reading for the other 3 books, and I really like the audiobook. So I think I'm gonna either completely audio this or tag team like I have the other 3. But this is a very Roman-inspired, brutal world. Follows 3 main characters and kind of their story of how they are fighting oppression. So I'm really excited to wrap this series up and see how Sabaa Tahir ties up all those loose endings. All right, you guys, that is it for my January TBR. Let me know in the comments what you're going to be reading in January, or if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. And I will see y'all in another video soon. Goodbye.